Hello students, welcome you all. Myself Vinita Kumbhar, teacher in Department of Mathematics, DES Ferguson College, Pune. In the previous lecture, we solved the sums from exercise 3.3, chapter number 3, trigonometric functions. In the today's session, we continue with the same using PowerPoint presentation. See, from exercise 3.3, question number 3, we have sixth sum. 2 tan inverse 1 upon 3 is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 4. This is prove that type using the property for this tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy, and this xy is less than 1. This is very important condition. Xy is less than 1. Look at this. 2 tan inverse 1 upon 3. We can split as the sum of two terms, tan inverse 1 upon 3 plus again tan inverse 1 upon 3. There x and y are 1 upon, see the product. 1 upon 3 into 1 upon 3, that is 1 upon 9, which is less than 1. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen if xy is greater than 1, then the formula or the property changes. Therefore, before applying the sum, see to it whether xy is less than 1 or greater than 1. Okay. So, we start with LHS. LHS is 2 tan inverse 1 upon 3. This we split as the sum of two terms, tan inverse 1 upon 3 plus tan inverse 1 upon 3. Okay. Now with this property, we have tan inverse of, this is x plus y, 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3, divided by 1 minus xy, 1 minus 1 upon 3 into 1 upon 3. Simplify the bracket, tan inverse of, denominator is common, that is 3. Addition of the terms in the numerator is 2 upon 3. See, in the numerator we got 2 upon 3. Tan inverse of 2 upon 3. And the denominator, this is 1 upon 3 into 1 upon 3 is 1 upon 9. 1 minus 1 upon 9 is 9 minus 1, that is 8 upon 9. Okay. Now simplify further. This is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 3 into 9 by 8. So 2 1s are, 2 4s are 8, 3 1s are, and 3 3s are 9. So we got 3 by 4. So the middle steps we'll have to write, giving you tan inverse of 3 by 4. And see, which is nothing but RHS. Clear? Now the same sum we can try by another method. So the second alternative method we see, this property we are using now. We'll have to recall all the properties. 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. Remember, there are three different formulae for 2 tan inverse x. One is in terms of sine inverse, one in terms of cos inverse, and one in terms of tan inverse. Okay, so we are using 2 tan inverse of x is equal to tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square. So start with LHS. 2 into tan inverse 1 upon 3 is equal to, look at this term, it is tan inverse of, okay, 2x upon 1 minus x square. X is what here? X is 1 upon 3. 2 times x is 2 into 1 upon 3 divided by 1 minus x square, which is 1 minus 1 upon 3 the whole square. Okay, which is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 3. Simplify, this is 1 minus 1 upon 9, which is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 3 multiplied by 9 by 8. If you simplify the denominator, you will get 9 minus 1 upon 9, that is 8 upon 9, and that becomes 9 by 8 after simplification. So this is 3 1s are and 3 3s are 9, 2 1s are and 2 4s are 8, and we have tan inverse of 3 by 4, which is nothing but RHS. So using the properties, you can solve the sums by the different methods, but always choose the easiest method. Okay. Now question number 3, sum number 7. Remember, these are the sums from exercise 3.3. This is the question 3 and sub question 7th one. Tan inverse of cos x plus sin x upon cos x minus sin x. We have to prove equal to pi by 4 plus x, and the condition is given. X belongs to the open interval minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Okay. Now we think about the condition later on. Before that, we start with LHS is equal to tan inverse of cos x plus sin x upon cos x minus sin x. Now you must be very perfect in all the trigonometric formulae that you have already learned in standard 11. Now to this bracket, we operate in such a way that we will get this term as tan of something, so that we can use the property tan inverse of tan theta is equal to theta. Okay, this property we have already done, which is tan inverse of tan x, variable may be theta, x, anything, is always x. This property we are using. Therefore, our aim is what? We operate on this term in such a way that you will get the bracket as tan of something. Clear? Now, we divide numerator and denominator by cos x. Actually, this we are done in standard 11. We divide numerator and denominator by cos x. So this cos x upon cos x gets cancelled. We left with this one. Sin x upon cos x is tan x, right? Now the denominator, cos x upon cos x 1, sin x upon cos x is tan x. So we got 1 plus tan x upon 1 minus tan x, right? Keeping in mind what? This we are writing tan of something. Now this 1 in the numerator we replace by tan pi by 4, because tan 45 is 1, you know, and 45 degrees is pi by 4 radians. Tan pi by 4, second term as it is. This one we keep as it is. And for this term tan x, we multiply by 1. See, to this term, this tan x, we can write 1 minus 1 multiplied by tan x. Okay. While I'll tell you why we want this form, I'll tell you. 1 into tan x. This 1 we replace by tan pi by 4. Right? Because tan 45 is 1. So the form we got is tan of A plus tan of B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. And this is the formula for what? Tan of A plus B. You know this formula, addition formula. Tan of A plus tan of B upon 1 minus tan A into tan B is tan of A plus B. What is A? A is pi by 4 and B is x. Therefore, the bracket is tan of pi by 4 plus x. Clear? So, to write down the standard form, we operated on this term as I told you. Okay. Now use the property. What is tan inverse of tan of theta? It is theta. And theta is, in this case, pi by 4 plus x. And see, which is nothing but RHS you got. Clear? Now about the condition. The condition given is what? It is the open interval minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Pi by 4 means 45 degrees. Okay. Now, if this is the closed interval, square bracket, what will happen? In the formula, if I put 45 degrees here, okay, x as 45 degrees, what will happen? Tan 45 and tan 45, which is 1 into 1, which is product is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So in the denominator, we will get 0. And denominator 0 means it is not defined. Therefore, here the open bracket is given minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Clear? Got an idea how to try? Using the properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Now sum number 8. Tan inverse of root of 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x is equal to x upon 2. Again we are proving LHS is equal to RHS. But before that, first we simplify the quantity under radical sign, which is 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. This is the standard formula oftenly you are using in calculus, in the trigonometry. Therefore, this you have to by heart. What is 1 minus cos x? 2 sin square x by 2. And 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. Actually, these two formulae we got from double angle formula. Cos 2 theta is cos square theta minus sin square theta. So cos theta is cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2, and two more formulae for those. Okay, if you simplify, you will get the formula for 1 plus cos x and one for 1 minus cos x. Okay, so this is the ratio sin square by cos square. This 2 and 2 gets cancelled, and sin square upon cos square is tan square x by 2. Now we put this value here, which is root of 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x, which is under root of tan square x by 2. Its square root is tan x by 2. Okay, so LHS is equal to tan inverse of root of 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x is nothing but tan inverse of, see this we replace by tan x by 2. But as I told you, the property is what? Tan inverse of tan x is always x. This we have learned. Remember, we have all the properties without proof. Proofs are deleted from the syllabus for this academic year. So you remember only the properties. So with the property, we can write this is equal to x upon 2. Thus LHS is equal to RHS. Clear? It's very, very easy. You must be perfect in all the trigonometric formulae. Again and again I am telling you, must be perfect in the properties, in the domain and the range of inverse trigonometric functions, etc. Okay? Now, these are the sums from miscellaneous exercise. Question number 19. Show that 2 sin inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 24 by 7. Let sin inverse 3 by 5 is equal to x. First we find the value of sin inverse 3 by 5 equal to x by the usual method. By definition, this is sin x is equal to 3 by 5. As this is 3 by 5, x is less than pi by 2, greater than 0. And mention that in this interval, cos x is greater than 0. Therefore, cos x is equal to root of 1 minus sin square. Now we put the value, sin x is 3 by 5. Therefore, sin square x is 9 by 25. Find the difference, which is under root of 16 by 25, which is equal to 4 by 5. Okay, this condition is very important. Otherwise, you will have to consider plus or minus root of. Okay, now the next is sin x and cos x we got, which is sin x 3 by 5 and cos x 4 by 5. With this, find out tan x. This is the ratio 3 upon 5 divided by 4 by 5. 5 and 5 gets cancelled from the denominator and we have 3 by 4. Clear? Therefore, tan inverse of 3 by 4 is equal to x. Here we apply the definition. Tan inverse of 3 by 4 is equal to x. Now, look at this equation. Sin inverse of 3 by 5 is x, as well as tan inverse of 3 by 4 is x. So, RHS are equal. Therefore, we equate LHS. So, we can write sin inverse of 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 4. Okay. Now, in LHS, which is 2 sin inverse 3 by 5, we split as sum of the same terms, sin inverse 3 by 5 plus sin inverse 3 by 5. But sin inverse 3 by 5 we got as tan inverse 3 by 4. So substitute. Now with the property tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Xy is less than 1, right? This property already we used in the previous sums, which is equal to tan inverse of, simplify this, the denominator is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 upon 4 is 3 by 2, right? And the denominator, this is 9 by 16, 1 minus 9 by 16 is 7 by 16. And if you simplify this, is 3 by 2 multiplied by 16 by 7 gives you tan inverse of 24 by 7, which is equal to RHS. Okay, so remember the methods how we are trying the sums. Sum number 20 from miscellaneous exercise. Show that tan inverse 1 upon 5 plus tan inverse 1 upon 7 plus tan inverse 1 upon 3 plus tan inverse 1 upon 8 is equal to pi by 4. Now what we do is we combine these two terms in one bracket and the remaining two as the second bracket. Okay, apply the rule again. Which rule? Tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. To both the brackets we apply the same rule. Xy is less than 1, right? So which is equal to tan inverse of. Now find out the LCM. LCM is 7 into 5, 35, and here also the LCM is 7 into 5, 35 gets cancelled, and the numerator for this is 7 plus 5, which is 12, and the denominator is 35 minus 1 if we simplify. Already we cancel the denominator. 35 minus 1, which is 34. Okay, now to this bracket we simplify. 8 and this plus 3 is 11. 8 into 3 common denominator 24. This is again 8 into 3. If we find the LCM is 24 gets cancelled, and 24 minus 1, the simplification of this term, is 23. So tan inverse of 12 by 34 plus tan inverse of 11 by 23 we left with. Again we apply the same property. Tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Okay, so this bracket in the previous step you have to simplify and you will get 6 by 17. So tan inverse of 6 by 17 plus tan inverse of 11 by 23, which is tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Go on simplifying. Find the LCM. 23 multiplied by 17 gives you 391. You will have to find the actual product. 23 into 6 plus 17 into 11 is 325, and simplify the denominator. 17 into 23 is 391, and the difference of the numerator is again 325. You do the actual calculations here, and the same terms from the numerator denominator gets cancelled, and we left with tan inverse of 1. And what is tan inverse of 1? It is pi by 4. Thus LHS is equal to RHS we got. Clear? Now sum number 21. Show that tan inverse root x is equal to 1 upon 2 cos inverse 1 minus x upon 1 plus x if x belongs to the closed interval 0, 1. Now again by the usual method, tan inverse of root x assumed by some variable, say alpha, theta, y, any variable other than x, because that x is already used here. So with the definition, tan alpha is equal to root x you will get, right? Square both the sides. Therefore, x is equal to tan square alpha. Now consider RHS. This is 1 upon 2 cos inverse 1 minus x upon 1 plus x. Okay. Now 1 upon 2 we keep as it is. cos inverse of, now see what is x? X is tan square alpha that we put here in the bracket. So we have 1 minus tan square alpha upon 1 plus tan square alpha. Now if you are able to recall, this is the standard formula, which is the formula for cos of 2 alpha. Okay, so we have 1 upon 2 cos inverse of cos 2 alpha is equal to 1 upon 2 into 2 alpha, right? So this 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we have alpha as the answer. Okay, so alpha is equal to tan inverse of root x, which is equal to RHS. So this way we proved. LHS first we simplified and we that value we put in RHS, and thus we got 1 upon 2 cos inverse of 1 minus x upon 1 plus x as tan inverse of root x. Okay, actually this is LHS and we started with RHS. Okay, next. Sum number 22. Show that 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 upon 3 is equal to 9 by 4 sine inverse 2 root 2 upon 3. Now here we rearrange the terms. See how? First we write the given statement as it is, or the equation as it is, to show that 9 by 4 sine inverse 2 root 2 upon 3 plus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 upon 3 is equal to 9 pi by 8. What we have done is, these two terms we write on one side and this term on the other side. Okay, so we have these two terms, 9 by 4 sine inverse of and again 9 by 4 sine inverse of. We call this as equation 1. Again follow the same procedure. Sine inverse of 2 root 2 upon 3 we assume by the variable x. We are finding the value of this term. Sine inverse of 2 root 2 upon 3 is equal to x. So sin x is equal to, by definition, 2 root 2 upon 3. Here we will have to give the condition x is less than pi by 2 greater than 0. Therefore cos x is positive and cos x is root of 1 minus sin square x, which is root of 1 minus 8 by 9. We will have to put the value of sin x, which is under root of 1 upon 9 and its square root is 1 upon 3. Clear? So this is cos inverse of, if you look at, cos x is equal to 1 upon 3. Therefore cos inverse 1 upon 3 is equal to x. Call this as 2. Thus sin inverse 2 root 2 upon 3, we got cos inverse 1 upon 3 from equation 1 and 2. Now consider equation 1. Okay, LHS is equal to what? 9 upon 4. Both the terms in LHS are having 9 by 4 as the common factor. We take outside the bracket, and this is sin inverse 2 root 2 upon 3 plus sin inverse 1 upon 3, which is 9 upon 4. This value we got, which is cos inverse of 1 upon 3. We substitute here, and this is sin inverse of 1 upon 3, and you know cos inverse 1 upon 3 plus sin inverse 1 upon 3 is always pi by 2, na? Because cos inverse x plus sin inverse x is always pi by 2. So this is equal to what? 9 upon 4 multiplied by pi by 2, and which is nothing but 9 pi by 8, and which is the required answer. Okay, see, every time we are finding the principal values, so we'll have to do more and more practice on finding the principal values, and we'll have to repeat all the formulae. Okay, so this is the required answer. I already explained. Now we start with MCQs from miscellaneous exercise. Select the correct option from the given alternatives. See, here question number 1 is the principle of solutions equation sin theta equal to minus 1 upon 2r. There are few printing mistakes in the textbook. So to note that I am keeping the statement as it is, what we'll have to do is in the textbook make the changes. The question should be the principal solution of equation sin theta equal to minus 1 upon 2. So with the pen you make the changes there. Okay. So we are finding the principal value of sin theta is equal to minus 1 upon 2. See, the MCQs are for 2 marks. So don't use lengthy method. Within short period of time you'll have to find the answer. Okay. Now this method you know, finding principal values of the functions. What is the first step? These are the options we are choosing from that. First step is what? For positive value we'll have to find the angle. Don't go directly for finding the angle with the value minus 1 upon 2. We assume sine of pi by 6 is equal to question mark, and that you know sine pi by 6 is 1 upon 2, right? But here we need minus half, na? So minus of sine pi by 6 is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Here we have minus of sine pi by 6 is equal to minus 1 upon 2. That minus sine pi by 6 how to get? Sine of pi plus pi by 6. That comes in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, all as t, only tan is positive, remaining trigonometric ratios are negative. But the actual addition is what? 7 pi by 6. So, sine 7 pi by 6 is minus 1 upon 2. Similarly, sine 11 pi by 6 with this allied angles, 2 pi minus pi by 6 is again minus 1 upon 2, which is minus sine pi by 6. So what is the answer? Answer for this is 7 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6. Okay. See, the same alternative is repeated here, 7 pi by 6 and pi by 6. So here also we'll have to change the sum, okay, because these are the printing mistakes. I hope you have understood the different methods of solving the sums from inverse trigonometric functions miscellaneous exercise. Try the remaining sums as a homework. Thank you.